You're listening to the J.Birdy Watching Podcast, the official podcast of JaysJournal.com and Fanside.com. We are the official ballroom chat for everything Toronto Blue Jays baseball, from game highlights to rumors and all the stuff in between. Here's your host, Craig Borden, with co-hosts Jason Lyons and Liz McGuire. Now let's talk some Toronto Blue Jays baseball.
Hello and good evening, all you Toronto Blue Jays fans out there. Craig Borden here, host of the J.Birdy Watching Podcast. I have a wonderful collective here with us. Unfortunately, we are down one person today on the roster. I promise you, Liz is not on the injured list after missing 2 nights in a row here. She is wonderfully traveling the whole country of Canada, it sounds like, and work just has her a little bit busy. But first things first, Jason Lyons, how the heck are you, buddy?
Oh, pretty good. 12 hours later, not quite, whatever. Had a lot of time to digest what we saw last night. I don't think the Jays played poorly yesterday. I feel like, if that judge homer is 2 inches left, it's a foul ball. They had to catch a break. The Yankees had to catch a break at some point. And I felt like if I was a betting man, which I'm not, but I think I would have put the Yankees down to probably win last night, regardless of what the situation was. They knew their back was up against the wall. They had one of their aces who still got smashed up, but it just seems like the Jays kept the ship pretty, relatively stable. I like the move to go to Varland today to start. He's been there before. He's actually started in a playoff game before, if I'm not
The Minnesota, I believe you're correct.
And like Vladdy's doing Hank Aaron things, and I saw a video of Bo Bichette running in the outfield today. It's sunshine and roses until I see differently. So I feel like they're going to go at them today, and it's going to be again, heavy Jays offense, and hopefully we can get through our middle relief and get onto a win.
There you go. And of course, in the third seat tonight, we have our buddy Darryl of J.Birdy. How the heck are you, bud? Welcome back.
I'm good. Thank you, Craig. It's nice to be here. And thank you, Jason, for having me back. It's wonderful to be here postseason. It's nice to do October podcasts. And I have to echo what Jason said. The Jays are entering New York and not the Mets territory, Yankee territory. You knew that crowd was going to get involved. It's tough. It's just a different atmosphere. So I think for me, the thing is composure. No team really runs the gauntlet going undefeated. We knew that they were going to at least have one tough game. Get it out early. That's the key. Have some composure. And all I've heard is, should they have, kept guys off of the roster? We know that the Yankees have a strong lefty hitting lineup. They put a lot of good pitchers in, and I'm very optimistic about today. I think the key is composure for tonight.
I agree with you on full sentiment, my friend, because at the end of the day, the sky is not falling, to quote a famous manager that we are all aware of, because we are still winning this series 2-1. And that is the one thing that all the broadcasters, Yankees fans, Blue Jays fans that I keep hearing. It's like, oh my God, the Yankees are coming and everything. It's like, okay, well, it's still a huge, big mountain to climb. The stat I read going into the game yesterday was in a 5-game series, just baseball history here, somebody that's jumped out to a 2-0 lead has won that round 89% of the time. That is a big mountain for any team to climb in a 3-game series. You have to have everything break your way.
Yeah, you have to think right now. Here's where the Yankees are at. So they had to go into the wild card. They had to play all 3 games. So their starters are already, in a situation of flux. Their relief pitchers now have been wrung through. They have been, beat up. I would be really surprised if any of their middle relief or even getting close to the end has full gas going into this game.
I agree.
I think if the Jays can weather an early storm or even get up a run or two early, like how great was that home run from Vladdy? But it's one of those things where it's exactly what you're saying, Darryl. They have to sit, they have to be calm, they have to keep their heads about them. And one of the things that I liked most about yesterday's game was when when Boone started to lose his mind. John Schneider was just flat. They all were. Pete Walker's normally the first one to start yelling stuff back, and he's nothing. Like when they were talking about Jimenez getting hit on the hand.
Yeah.
Like
what
where
happened?
where I was in the bar, you could pretty clearly see that it did hit his hand guard. Like, I mean, whether it hits your hanging jersey or whatever, it's still, part of your body. But I found it interesting, and I think that if it starts to come off the rails for the Yankees tonight, I think he's going to lose. He knows he's done this year.
Well, that's where I agree with you. I was waiting for him to jump the top step yesterday because it was 6-1 at the time, and then there was the check swing. They thought it was catcher's interference, and I thought, okay. And then he lost one of his arguments. I thought, okay. I knew he'd get one back at the 8th inning, but is this the time? And he's lucky that he didn't pull the trigger. But I just want to go back that the Yankees right now are undefeated in game-deciding games right now in the playoffs. That's good on that. But they've done everything they needed to do to keep going and to continue having a pulse. But I'm with you. For those
keyword pulse.
Yeah, the ones who have played the game, there's a reason why some of these pitchers are in the bullpen, why some of them are starters, and they've played a lot of baseball. They played more baseball right now than the Blue Jays. They're not as rested. Sure, they can sleep in the comfort of their own homes, but this is going to taxi them a little bit more. And I think we're going to see it tonight.
Yeah. And we saw a lot of things in that game yesterday that we, were ups, downs, picked the whole reason it was a roller coaster at the end of the day. And the one thing that was the most telling to me is just far as just full gambit of, I'll just say, content of somebody's character yesterday. It was the microcosm that is Jazz Chisholm. There was the ball that he gets on a diving attempt play back from Cody Bellinger in left field that pick a little league coaching opportunity here that he just grabs the ball all casually and goes, oh, shoot, and then tries to throw out Davis Schneider. Davis Schneider should have been dead.
Absolutely.
Rights on that.
And
play.
let's be clear as well.
Caught yawning 5 seconds after that, and then eventually just hits a home run.
Let's be clear as well. There was a lot of talk about Buck Martinez even said what a smart piece of base running that was. That was awful base running. And then
it was not smart. It was just he was
doubled up.
He would have been doubled up for sure. He was so far to third base there.
Yeah, he was way too far.
Way too far. It was horrible base running. And then he crossed over.
Yeah. But I mean,
was that.
You sometimes you need a guy to get lucky like that. I mean, it was interesting to me, and I'm really starting to see what a lot of the other teams saw in Jazz Chisholm with him just not being. He's not a team guy. He's all about him. He's all about himself, and it's ridiculous. Like, I mean, you can't play pro sports and be like that. I mean, I guess you can. Lots of guys do, but I mean, it's unbelievable to me the sort of. And I'm surprised. Like, Boone must go at him like a junkyard dog after every game. Like, I can't imagine they have the greatest relationship.
Yeah, I just can't imagine. Like I said, it was just even at Little League, I'm never yelling at a kid or anything, but it's like you got to remember you're in the game all the time as a youngster, and that's what you're teaching these kids. And then to see that kind of a moment happen, it was just really odd to me. And that's not the first time Blue Jays fans have seen him have that kind of like just nonchalant part to it. And that was what really surprised me. And that's exactly the kind of thing that, to me, that's the Yankees in a nutshell. They can kind of sit around and wait for the home run. And then when it happens, they do what they did last night and win a ball game.
Well, I was watching the game with two guys that I used to coach with, and it was 6-1. I'm like, gentlemen, it's a lot of baseball still. It's the third inning.
Of baseball.
And there's magic with the Yankees. We're all Blue Jay fans. We are all till we are, done. Blue Jay fans, hardcore. And if we're listening to this podcast, even more hardcore. But there is the magic of the Yankees that we can never give up. They have too much history and too much grace and elegance and all those things that we love and hate about them. But when you're at home in the playoffs in October, they have some type of resilience, and they take that standing 8 every single time. And I even said to my friends, it's going to be 6-5, and there's going to be a big home run. Well, it wasn't quite that, but it's okay.
It wasn't far off.
We knew what we got ourselves into. I still think the Jays are the better team, and we'll see what happens soon. It's still a kids' game. They got to get 27 outs.
I feel like it was a little bit ridiculous as well. I don't know if you guys saw the TSN broadcast where a Canadian broadcaster was talking about the fact that he's like, the Jays are finished. It's over. And you're like, dude, like, what do you do? Like, what are you talking about? Like, if you're trying to play heel, if you're trying to just, make people not like you for some reason, then, I mean, fill your boots. But how stupid of a thing to say. You must be ahead of me, Craig. Are you ahead of me? Oh, Vladdy.
Might be.
Oh, Vladdy. Fair ball.
So just because we're all watching the game live and we're chit-chatting and we're just going to say just to prove we're live. What's up? Good seeing you, Mike. Always happy to have you in the chat. And he's already all over this one in the comment sections. He's got this stuff. So after a George Springer double down the left field line, we get a Vlad Jr. double down the right field line.
That hit looks just like his very first hit in the major leagues. That's very similar to that.
Oh,
very much
right
so.
on the
well played. Yeah, I don't think you could skin that cat any closer or shave it, one or the other.
The chalk pop up? I missed that.
Chalk
the
popped up.
It's fair ball. It's all about
fair ball.
I will say Addison Barger is my favorite Blue Jay right now. I love everything about his gameplay, his bat speed, where he could play. Oh, starting out good.
I thought Vladdy's on his horse. And correct me, I'm sorry, I'm correcting myself. It was not a Vladdy double, it was a Vladdy single, but he is now on third with a single by Addison Barger.
Well, Jason said we got to start out big.
Yeah.
Right? This is how
just
it is.
One is big.
Shock and awe.
And that's the key to this. And this whole thing, you guys have to understand this. And people that are out there, kids, if you're watching this and you think to yourself, one run isn't important, one run is wildly important. Like if you can get the first one,
this is like New York in Fenway Park.
Yeah.
And one thing I'd also
fielded a ball
is when we're playing and we're coaching youth baseball, everybody wants to be the home team. I'm notorious for it. Some coaches will say, "No, I'll be the away team. We're going to put on the attack early, and then we'll defend it after."
Yep.
It's just strategy. Yep. So right now they're putting it out. They're putting on. They've got one run. They're 90 feet away from two runs, and then they've got to get 27 outs to hold them.
Yep. And to the point of the 27 outs tonight, I don't know if you all heard what John Schneider said before the game. He more or less said that there's nobody off limits tonight. So
everybody can go.
That can happen. Everybody can go. There is not a problem. He even said there's a chance that there's a really weird situation that they had been thinking about. That even might include. Yeah, I know, right? Oh yeah. So
Trey Savage.
But Trey is Savage.
Is a possible. The Macho Man.
And then they even said possibility that there's a dynamic situation that they have comprehended that could include Kevin Gossman in that same equation as well.
Well, yeah, he I guess what they did this morning was both of them pitched at Yankee Stadium like they were warming up to pitch this day, like how they would normally warm up to pitch that day. So I feel like if they get into this and they get up a few and it's starting to get skinny, I think we're going to start to see some creatives. I mean, if we turn back time and we look at the problems that they had with nice catch.
Yeah.
Cody Bellinger might have just saved Schlittler's literal Schlittler.
Well, that would have been foul though. That was a foul ball.
Okay.
Anyways,
we got him out of it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the big thing here is when the Jays lost to the Twins a couple of years ago, I feel like, oh no, that would have been fair. I feel like they took they pulled Barrios too early, and we ended up losing that game, and that was and I don't want the thing from Bieber yesterday to be the same narrative. I
thought the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Boy, did I have
like that.
Boy, it's the exact same thing happening again.
Yeah.
Now, I will say this, and there was a lot of people out there, even Vernon Wells, that was saying that they should have let him in or left him longer. I felt like he was really struggling. He was starting to give up more and more hits. And you can only do that
contact.
Yeah, you can only do that for so long. We had a fresh bullpen of guys. It's one of those things where you have to make the right decisions at the right time. And I feel like having these guys all, like every bullet in the gun for tonight is the way to go.
They're lucky.
You've still got guys to go in game 5 because you've got a day off, so you can still have guys go
40 pitches and still go Friday.
Like Jay's advantage right now. Jay's advantage, especially with getting one run in is huge. Getting one in the first here.
Yep.
And I know that Louis Varland's mad. As you could see after he gave up that tater, he didn't, he was just ripping the ball past them. And I feel like he's got a pretty big chip on his shoulder for this game. I think after last night, he has something to prove. And so I think we're going to see that kid hovering for, 3.5 innings, at full velo, maybe 4, if they can squeeze 4.
Let's talk about that for a moment, because that was the point, obviously, that everybody was talking about yesterday. But I'm sitting here watching that replay over and over again today, because it's on every social media feed you can think of, especially just with, the Yankee fans all of a sudden thinking they're going to win the World Series after one win. It's just, how many people in Major League Baseball in history can even turn a 100 mile per hour pitch in the kitchen like that around and keep it fair, let alone hit it that far? That's the part. I think if Aaron Judge gets hit that or thrown that pitch 100 times, he's not hitting it that many times to where he hit it. It's going to be a pop-up. It's going to be a ground ball. It's going to be completely foul. It's going to be one of these many things. I don't know if you guys share that same sentiment or not, but funny enough, I was chit-chatting with Bob File, and he goes, people throwing 95, that might have been okay to hit that far.
Yeah. I mean, I'm surprised the bat didn't shatter, to be honest with you, that where he hit it and where his swing was, like, he didn't get any of the barrel on that thing. And, and it ends up getting out. It's like, it's craziness. But I mean, it's playoff baseball, and all kinds of weird stuff happens. And you just gotta expect stuff like that to happen. So I'm excited here for Varland. I don't know if you've seen his first pitch or not yet. I hope it's triple digits.
No, it's 99. 99.
There you go.
I just started learning more about him. He's a real bulldog. He has a high school wrestling background. He was talking about how that's his prep. That's what kind of got into his subconscious, is this high school wrestling. I'm like, oh, I like this guy. But I remember when he pitched against us when he was with Minnesota, I was like, something about this guy. He looks like a good young pitcher.
Yeah, he
clicks.
Boy,
does he throw hard?
Yeah.
Yes. And then I still think it's the craziest thing in the world. They say you have a 95 mile an hour changeup.
Yeah.
Insane. And it moves. It
does.
It moves.
It's
you
wild.
know, I'd like to see him use 2 hands though when he catches that ball. After
there you go, Marge.
Yeah.
At least that one was in foul territory.
Yeah. Look, listen, Judge is Judge. Okay, he is paid, and he is the star he is for hitting 100 mile per hour fastballs.
Yeah,
with 104 mile per hour exit velo speed to go over the fence. That's what he's paid for. Mm-hmm. But I'd still like to see a couple pop-ups. He's not going to. He's intimidating, but
yeah. I feel like, Jesus, how's that not a strike?
I know. Because they're in New York.
I feel like,
wow, I didn't even notice. I just assumed that was a strike.
They got to keep jamming him
through it.
He's not going to hit that ball out if you keep jamming him inside. And I mean, I don't even mind walking him.
Pitch around.
If you keep throwing him there, he's just going to keep hitting that same ball to that same spot. He's done it over and over and over again.
It's gonna be a boxing match. It can go 1 for 1. They can go up 2, down 2, even another 1, 4, 5, 6, be even, and then that's when the magic happens. Anything is possible at that point. And then that's where Craig said, if it's tied, could it be 6-all, 7-6? Are we up? And then they go, let's get Gossman up. Like, who do you go? Like, that's where the funny stuff happens. That's when it becomes MLB The Show 25. Who's
this
ready?
is 100% what that could be.
That is
tonight.
Yeah. Who's up next? Like, who's coming in next?
Motto.
Gas.
Motto.
Yeah, and I mean, it's the Jays have some deceptive guys in the pen. I like that they can move around. They've got some high speeds, and they've got some big spinners and stuff like that. So woof.
Yeah, that was that was a hell of a pitch right there to belly.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting because my boys have a baseball game tonight, and so I'm really split between what I'm gonna be, like do I take it? Do I watch it? Like what am I doing here? So
this is where you need like those like Google glass things that they used to have, and you have the TV here, and you're watching the kid with the other eye.
Well, I got the Sportsnet app. big, plug for Sportsnet there. So, I mean, I can take it and I can watch. Jesus. That's a four-seamer going the wrong. Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
How do you hit that? Breaks the wrong way. Throws it so hard it breaks the wrong way. Anyways, I mean, it's, I feel like this is going to be a got to get there. And I'll be honest with you, he's growing on me.
Woosah.
Yeah, we won the inning.
Yep, Tony Taters is growing on me. I was wondering why they had him in, and he had a lot of good ABs yesterday. He's not the most athletic. I mean, I would almost rather have him DHing and Springer in the outfield. I think Springer's actually a better defensive outfielder than Santander is. But I saw
they're
Lucas
worried about Springer getting hurt more than they're worried about Tony Taters getting hurt.
I guess so. And Nathan Lukes is playing, right?
Yeah.
He's playing
yes, he is.
In left?
He's in left.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So, I mean, at least you've got lots of options to, to put people. I love yesterday. We're watching the game and they make a sub and they put Barger at 3 and Ernie Clement just seamlessly moves over to second base. Like it's not a totally different position to play.
They're all utility guys, but the Clement's on fire right now.
Fire.
He's hitting beach balls. Everybody's talking about Vladdy. The whole city's talking about Vladdy. Nobody's talking about Ernie.
Just talk about the one thing here that there was literally a Major League Baseball record tied on Sunday by Dalton Varsho. Nobody talked about it. With Savage doing what Savage did and Vladdy doing what Vladdy did.
That's okay. It's okay.
4 extra base hits in one game. There's only I think one other person in Major League Baseball history has done that.
One of the things that I think that never gets appreciated is the scouting that the Blue Jays have had over the last little while. I know people crap on them because they say that they go after a lot of Cleveland guys and whatever. But if you look at guys like Varsho, you look at Trey Savage, you look at some of the guys they picked up, and everybody doubted this team last year when we were in last place. And it's one of those trust the process. Nobody wants to trust the process.
We love our guys.
But it's the guys that don't, the front office guys that are drafting unbelievable ball players and making trades out, scratch out. Like when a lot of people go to games, fair weather fans, and they'll know 3 or 4 people. People still just go to a Jays game and just know Vladdy. And or Bichette. And that's okay. But there's a lot more people now that everyone's starting to go, and that's fine. I know Sportsnet had said they had about 9 million Canadians over the first 2 games that watched. That's unbelievable. It's good.
Yeah,
it is unbelievable. So on that note, the game is clearly off to the start that it is, but I have been very impressed with the way that Louis Varland is throwing the ball so far this game.
Yeah.
It's nasty. It's a different guy that showed up right now than the guy that came out of the pen last night.
I mean, he was mad when he came out of he's mad every time he comes out of the pen. Last night, I mean, that is just an unlucky pitch. I mean, it really, really is. It was where he wanted it. It's not like he left it hanging over the middle of the plate and Judge hit it 500 feet. Like, it was where he wanted it. It was at the velocity he wanted it. And I mean, the guy is an absolute, beast. And he hit a ball that like maybe 2 guys in the majors can hit out.
They might be both playing in this game.
Yeah, they're both wearing the same uniform. Maybe not. Vladdy could do it too.
Oh, Vladdy's
I think Mike Trout could hit that out. He's it's same thing, like just pure rip strength, but it's amazing to me to watch, even just to watch the maturation of these guys getting through this. Like, Jays fans, I hope, the ones that are out there, I hope you guys can realize that there is an opportunity here, win, lose, or whatever, that the Jays will grow a ton this year. And the guys that they want to be leaders in 2-3 years from now are really getting, like, Nathan Lukes could come out of this, the same way that Kirk did, MVP next year, like an all-star next year. I mean, he's got the talent. We can all see it. So I don't know. It's pretty cool.
What I always think about is the 85 Blue Jays to 93. They win in 85. That's amazing. 86, 87, 88 built. 89, it was a great year. 90, another great year, right? 91, close. But it took those 3 years of growing for them to get to 92 and 90, and the trades and the building. But you still had core guys that never left. Yeah. And we're just building from it, right? Like this is a brick by brick by brick process. And what Jason had said too, sometimes the best pitch from a pitcher ends up being your worst pitch. And sometimes your worst pitch ends up being your best pitch.
Yep.
So that may have been his best pitch yesterday, and the guy just ripped it.
That thing was a bullet that he threw in right in his kit, or like I said, that thing was right. Right in his belt, the strike zone, as close as you can get into it, and he just turned. It's not even just the turning on that pitch. You gotta time it to the knob and then flick it at the right time. It's not the same swing you take 9 times out of 10. So
I don't even know what he's swinging at there. I think he's nervous that they should be hitting bombs and nukes right now, and he just needs to get on base. I actually sensed that yesterday. There's a little bit of pressure for him when he struck out yesterday. I think that he feels like he needs to do well. I got that vibe. He had that body language, and he got
a couple of hits yesterday, didn't he? He got one for sure.
He's 2 for 7 so far. He's had a couple of key hits. The 2 that he's hit.
Oof.
Yeah, that was close.
That's a big league take.
Uh-huh.
Oh my goodness.
That
is a big take.
Oh boy.
Wow.
He's always had a good eye. He hasn't hit for a high batting average, but he'll put
this
some in the seats and he takes his walks
too. This guy's throwing 100 as well.
Yeah, he actually struggled against the Jays. He's struggled a couple of times, but when he's on, he throws BBs.
Heading into this game, he was at an 8.67 ERA in 9 innings against the Blue Jays.
I love it. I love it.
And that was 3 starts, I believe.
I think
one he got through 5, and then the other one he got lit up in like the first inning or second inning, and the other one was similar. So it was like two bad ones mixed with a good one.
Wow.
So here's hoping for the odds to be tipped in the right favor for him having a goose egg tonight.
Yeah.
What a battle. How many pitches is this at bat?
It's a lot.
It's high. It's high.
See, and this is what, like, when we're talking about this, like I was talking about this last night with my good friend, Dr. Todd Pelly. Boom. That is hammered.
Not in the nice fall air that we're all dealing with here. But to that point,
but he was saying, if
he's taking good cuts like that,
that
was a good cut. There's something brewing there. He's, to Darryl's point, he's got to figure out some confidence pin and just settle in, woosah, get it going,
But if you look back to the teams who aren't superstar laden that have won the World Series in the last 10 years, they're all so similar to the Jays right now. Like they're scrappy.
Contributing.
They 9, 10, 11 pitch ABs.
Quality at bats.
Clement gets a strike that's clearly out of the zone. He doesn't look back. He doesn't shrug his nothing. Just turn
when he
forward.
Gets on base, he could steal, like that hit yesterday where he turned nothing into something, and that was unbelievable.
That was impressive.
He's a threat out there.
What a catch! Oh my God!
Exactly, that was impressive. I'm not a big Anthony Volpe fan for his defense. That was a very, very hell of a nice. That's a football catch. That's not a baseball catch.
Wow, that's impressive.
So
I've often said though,
Anthony Volpe get a moment there.
As much as he gets hammered by Yankee fans and media and everything, I think Anthony Volpe is a pretty good baseball player.
He deserves to be there.
I agree.
He's great.
It's my nephew's favorite player, as much as I wish my nephew wasn't a Yankee fan.
That's okay.
Go into the comments section here for 0.2 seconds because I got a couple of good ones here. Our statistician is in the house. What's up, Raph?
What's up, Raph?
Good to see you, buddy. Also, of all fun things, in the Discord room that everybody is been made aware of. If you have not been, check out the far right side of the screen. I'm putting the QR. Oh no, it's above my head now. It's over here. Putting the QR code up if you guys want to join in on what has been the J.Bird watching Discord channel. You're more than welcome to come and get all your news and everything all in one place. Goof around with us, see our wonderful friends like Darryl and everybody else, and including the comment I just got from The Heck, the gentleman that joined us for the post-game show last night. He had a premonition earlier today. He's putting on his Swami hat. So Barger and Santander are going deep tonight is the
nice
comment. So there you go. There's your premonition. I hope you got your tinfoil hats and everything ready.
This is tinfoil. You can't. It's matte tinfoil.
Yeah. As far as tinfoil goes, well, clearly the man in the middle here, Darryl, is not wearing a tinfoil hat. And I want to hear about this hat, man. I've seen it. I've loved it.
Thank you.
You showed me some of the quality pieces to it. I think you need to share that with the Blue Jays fans. I'm giving you your shameless self-promoting bit
Thank
early
you.
tonight.
Thank you. It's from J.Birdy Baseball Co. And we are based out of Toronto, and it is, as it is trademark Canada's baseball brand. Our goal, and it has been, is to unite baseball fans across this country. We don't have, and we didn't have, and now we do have a clothing brand to represent ourselves. All of us who watch this, whether it's the Blue Jays, from the Vancouver Canadians to the Blue Jays in amateur baseball and university baseball, everybody who loves the sport now has a brand that can support them. And it's been great. I will tell you, the most fun thing to do is work with our team when we do social media and we put out a post, whether it's on TikTok or Twitter or Instagram, and you see how many people collaborate with it or share with it and how it just leads to our success. And we've been unbelievably successful. Started in 2023. This has been our best year. I think that the correlation with the Blue Jays sure has its success. This hat is now sold out. It will be back in a couple of weeks for those that want one. We will have our first ever Christmas hat, which we are very excited to launch. And we've got new t-shirts coming, and we will have 4 new snapbacks next year, some new era hats again next year. It's been a lot of fun, and I will tell you firsthand, the coolest thing is when I'm at a Jays game, or I've got friends that are at a Jays game, or friends that are at a bar, or at the Oasis concert, and they'll say, "We see a J.Birdy shirt, we see a J.Birdy hat." I love that, and it's growing. The brand is growing a lot, which is amazing.
Yep. And I'm going to make sure I infect as many people in the Rochester, Buffalo area with your brand as I humanly possibly can. And I'm going to make sure I get
send it everywhere.
Bernie on that.
Yeah, we send everywhere. We ship everywhere around the world.
Good deal. So on that note, we get to talk everything going on, obviously, in this game. It is a great brand. Check out J.Birdy and all the wonderful, fun stuff that you guys got going on. And eventually, maybe some other future joint news coming. Tease.
Yeah.
So as we settle back in after the commercial break, including, Darryl's wonderful commercial break, that was a lot better than what I saw on the Fox network here in the States, just saying. We get to see Jazz Chisholm step into the plate here. That home run that he hit at the end of the game, guys, was the cherry on top last night for the Yankees. And I can't say there was many home runs that made me more sick than that home run that was last night. I don't know if I was the only one that shares that sentiment or not, but that felt like the nail in the coffin, unfortunately, last night.
It's okay. Everybody has their day. That's fine.
What do they say? The sun shines on a dog's ass every now and again.
It's game-to-game adjustments right now. So, they had their approach. That was fine. The Jays have to respond. They responded fast today. It's fine. It's just the team that executes and makes less errors will win the game most times. They did that. Now the Jays have to tighten up what matters. All right. And so far they are. I'm not sure if you saw it, but Flu Hardy's now warming up in the bullpen for the Blue Jays. It's a little early.
Well, so here's my take on that.
Day,
As soon as I saw it, I found this to be interesting. So I feel like he, very similarly to Varland, he wants 2 or 3 innings in this game, possibly more. And I think
Flu Hardy
Flu Hardy. I think if you can get Varland, through 3,
absolutely.
Cool. I mean, you're in different water, because then
the perfect things uphold perfectly if that happens. I'm looking for 2.
Flu Hardy can come in for a couple, and throw hard, and then they can start to mix things up. They can start to get funky. They can, if they want to bring in, you've seen what Yusevich can do to this lineup. If you want to bring him in for 5 and 6, be my guest.
I actually think you bring him in for 7, 8, and 9 if you need to.
Yeah, whatever you do, just let him rip at it pretty good for a couple of innings. They can't pick up that thing. And I don't know if you guys saw or not today. There was a whole thing that there's a guy on Twitter that does these sort of pitching comparisons, and he did an overlay of Varland versus just post Tommy John's, not Varland, Yusevich, and Justin Verlander. And it's almost
eerily crazy.
If Yusevich's head wasn't so big, then it would be a dead-on thing. All joking aside, what size the hat do you think he has? Like garbage pail or manhole cover or what do you think?
I haven't looked. I haven't really taken a look, but I have to.
His head is huge. For a hat guy, I thought you would notice right away, Darryl. I mean,
I don't know. No,
like they're going to have to have.
He got lost in the fact that it was the awesome white panel hat.
Yeah, one of my favorite old jokes was Jim Rome. I don't know if you guys remember Jim Rome. He's still out there. Yeah. Hilarious guy. But he used to make fun of Hideki Matsui's massive head. And I guess Hideki had to get special hats made for him. And he didn't have any, he didn't have hair. It was just the size of his bucket was ridiculous. So he used to say when they would, it would be Hideki Matsui manhole cover day instead of commemorative coin. So I thought that was pretty good. I just hit Goldschmidt.
Okay, it's going to sting.
Eek. Ooh, that's a nice spot.
They're going right around the bullpen. Wow.
Yeah.
They're not screwing around today.
Nope.
Yeah, and
look, if there's a game 5, you need him ready. That's also Varland.
Gosman. Yeah, you need Gosman too. Yeah, I mean, you need them all. You need everybody.
Wow.
Which is why it's
earlier than I thought, though.
You got to throw an inning in a third, right?
Yeah.
It's a bullpen day.
There's a lot of people that were messaging me going like, what's this bullpen day? What does this mean? You're the baseball guy. I'm like, look, we have so many starters. They're accessible pitchers. If they could all go 2 innings, that's fine. If they can go 3, even better. But in the back of the manager's mind, he's also got to just assume, protect his pitchers that they could be pitching on Friday. Because everybody's thinking, he pulls the trigger too early. No, he doesn't. He's just managing the bullpen.
There's a master plan. And the master plan is if there's some reason a game 5 is they have to be ready for the game on 8:00 Friday evening. Thankfully, there is an off day in there. So regardless of what stacks up, to your exact point, Darryl, if they can manage the workload level to the point where none of them go too far past 20 pitches or so, there's some nice wins there that this is just ready to keep going in the right direction. Yeah. And it's only a 1-run lead right now. And to your point as well, let's keep that damn thing.
Yeah. I remember one of the things I loved about Gibbons was how he managed the bullpen. And I think he got a lot of credit for it. He never didn't get a lot of credit for it, but he always managed that bullpen really well.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that Schneider's trying to do. He's got Pete Walker, he's got Don Mattingly, he's got a great team with him. And okay, there's a lot of people that don't understand baseball and they think, he's going to the bullpen too soon. Oh my goodness. Nothing matters unless you win the game. And if his strategy is we're going to use 7 pitchers today and there's guys that he hasn't used yet, fresh.
Yeah.
Go with them.
I mean, if you've got to bring in, if you see a situation where a better matchup is Hoffman versus the next 2 batters, and that's in the 7th inning, you do it. You do it. And if you're looking at, saving somebody else or somebody like if it's Sir Anthony or whoever it's going to be to close, you have to make sure that where it is in the lineup, and that's your best guess. That's the other thing that people don't really give the managers enough credit for is I mean, they're guessing as much as anything against, what they think. And we just talked about this 1 inch off left or right. And it's a different thing.
Well, everything.
I mean, it's such an amazing game that way. And, be interesting to see here because they like to steal on Kirk. So I don't know.
That was another reason going to Fluharty was actually a slick move.
Lefty?
Because you got a lefty on the mound now. You got a lefty at bat in Austin
Wells.
What's
turn 2? That'd be nice. A little left side turn 2. That'd be nice.
It's making him look pretty silly with that sweeper right there. I can tell you that. So,
but that's a tough pitch. They were showing that from the helmet.
I love this. Night. I love watching Bassett talking to Varland right now. I love that. I love this. I love that leadership, that veteran. That's also why you have Bassett on the team and you have Scherzer on the team. That's you have your pitching coaches and then you have your pros. And right now, Bassett he could be an ace. Maybe he's a little bit past his prime, but he's got a lot of dirt under his cleats.
Yep.
So he can certainly help.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Did you guys see Bad Bunny caught a foul ball at the game yesterday?
No.
So, I mean, we're talking about a guy who's just polarizing the United States right now when they release
the dumbest of reasons. He's the most popular musician in the world right now.
I know. And he's going to be at the Super Bowl. And you've got these numbnuts like Kid Rock and stuff saying that they won't support. Good. I mean, you haven't been relevant since I was in high school. So
I know, right?
Maybe I won't hear bow with the bow again. Shucks, that's too bad.
Oh no. So on that note, it is just crazy on that whole avenue to me. It doesn't make any damn sense. I don't want to get political or anything, but to your point, it's the same thing as like wanting to start your best person, right?
Yep.
Right now, like I said, one of the best acts in the world. The thing that kills me on that whole thing is how many dumb fucks in my country don't realize that Puerto Rico is technically a state and they're American citizens.
Yeah. It's kind of fun. That sweeper is awful.
That's great.
It's fucking
Now,
wild.
is he going to go? They are going with 2 more guys in the ball. I was thinking.
I think they'll let him. I think they'll let him roll. Like, I mean,
they got
he doesn't hit lefties very well either.
And they got Rodriguez up, so
they'll get them both up. And I think if he can get through this and he looks strong, I think the Yankees do hit left-handed pitching quite well, traditionally, like this team does. And so I don't know how long you can go with them, but I mean,
give him one more. I'm a big believer. Like, to me, it's like finishing off some like outdoor work. You can just. You got one. Let's just do one more before we finish the day, or like let's just
put the cherry on top.
Yeah, just one more. How much more can we just juice this guy? How much or squeeze the juice out of him? To get one more inning.
Yeah.
What's the worst that happens? You give up a guy on base.
Yep. So our buddy Wrath of Rock is in the comments section. He loved your comment on having Bassett and Scherzer in the dugout because he was a little used to that being our token Met fan, bud. So we're always happy to have you, buddy. I'm glad you're wearing your Blue Jay bandwagon stuff for the rest of the season.
And I believe Scherzer's being paid by the Nats, the Nats. The last 2 teams that had him are still paying him.
Technically the Mets, which traded money to the Rangers,
right?
And now the Toronto Blue Jays.
Yeah, so there's 3 teams paying him. He can give a little bit of advice.
Just a little bit.
That's fine.
I am very interested to see what kind of interesting conversations eventually happen between Trey Savage and Kevin Gossman, being both splitter artists amongst themselves.
They said they were already talking about the splitter. That came out. That he was teaching him some new things on the amount of pressure he's putting on. Apparently, those conversations are underway.
Yeah, that splitty is going to be like. I mean, if Fluharty gets a chance again, whether it's in this game or starting another game. I mean, that splitty is going to be something that's talked about. It's almost knuckleball-esque. It's such an incredible splitter. Like it's its own thing. Like he could call it something else. It's not a forkball. It's not quite a splitter. It's not a ghost fork.
You hit it, you name it.
Yeah, there you go. You hit it, you name it.
Don't name it the Eliminator. I don't want to hear that shit again. So, on that note, it's funny because that conversation, like you said, there we go, boom.
He comes back
he ain't
out.
happy.
He comes back out.
Yeah,
but I was actually.
I don't see Booney out of the ballpark yet.
When he got on the mound there, he had some deep breaths because there's a lot. This is his first playoff game, right, for the Jays right now. There's a lot that goes on. There's a lot. You got to think back to your young coaches, deep breathing, and I know he's a professional, but it's still, like I said earlier, it's still Yankee Stadium.
Yep, yes. And they still are the Yankees. Like, I mean, how many games did they win? A lot.
As many as us actually.
They're a good baseball team. I mean, this is 2 good teams, and I know that the Jays kind of made them look pedestrian in the first 2 games, but it's interesting to me to see we were talking about it last night. This could be the best baseball, these playoffs, in the last 10 years. Like every series you go to, when you flip the channel over or when you tune in, you're like, whoa, like this is good baseball. There's always something good happening. There's a great play being like the wheel play. The wheel play that Dodgers turned the other night is absolute insanity.
They trained that for 15 years of their life to have one play
one time.
Right?
I know, right?
And Max Muncy puts it right. And the thing that I was talking about with my kids, they were both here when we watched it happen live. And just to watch Mookie make that play and then stand up and sprint to second base to eliminate the guy, even taking off to try and cause some chaos or get anything happening. Mm-hmm. He runs it to 2. He stands there. And then on the next play, because that was only the first out, on the next play, when the ball was thrown to him at 2, again, he ran the ball in across the diamond, Like, he doesn't have to do that.
What I was telling my old coaches when we met last night is the one thing it doesn't get a lot of attention is that shortstop needs to break fast. And yeah. And sometimes, because it was also a righty batter. No, it was a lefty batter. It was a lefty batter. So he was playing more double play depth. He should have shaded over a little bit more to third base, but he beat him there. And sometimes teams will also a fake bunt just to see how fast the shortstop is crossing over. It was just so well executed. I also just want to mention, because we were talking so much about the bullpen, I think bullpen management and depth right now is going to be what it needs to take tonight. Now we can't have any late inning collapses, but we just need, like what we saw, clean, calm bullpen, quiet the momentum of the swings, and that's what we need to have right now.
Pick each other up.
Yeah,
it's that simple. And then so Varland was like, we just saw it there. That is the microcosm of what needs to happen, right? Mm-hmm. Varland let one get away from him and it clunked the batter. You turn around and you get Mason Fluharty into this game, and he walks away with the last 2 outs that inning. They're going to need to do what they have been doing, the same mantra all season long. Pick each other up, next man up.
Craig, they just had the camera on Gossman pacing back and forth. So he may know something that we don't know.
He's spinning gum. He's loaded up with gum. He doesn't chew gum if he's not going to pitch.
Yeah, he's getting ready. But I will say it's a different. It's a different mentality when you're coming out of the bullpen. And he would need a clean inning, is what I would love.
Yes, and that was honestly I had an interesting discussion about this with my father the other day. We were talking about who's gonna maybe have some troubles, why they got back into that game a little bit the other day on Sunday, so on and so forth. But somebody like Tommy Nance has a clean inning. Tommy Nance has a damn good time. When he comes in and inherits runners, it's not the same story, or it's not as clean feeling, right? Yeah. It's those kind of things. You set them up for the right piece. And if you're going to use Savage, Gossman, or even to this point, I think Eric Lauer is in the same category. I love Eric Lauer. I hope he gets in this game in some fashion.
Yeah, I agree with you.
But it is so much nicer if he comes out of that bullpen against some of these left-handed bats as
nobody on base.
Guy.
Yeah.
Clean inning. I just think back to when I coached and some of the disservice I did to some of my starters, even though they were younger, and they get the ball and they're looking around. Umpire goes, runner on second, runner on first. He's like, oh shit. I got to go from the set. I just threw 6 pitches from the full and 4 from the set. And they're like, and then what's even worse, as the kids get older now, coaching young adults, you get that ball and somebody else, one of your buddies, it's their guy on second, third of those guys come in. He'll say, that was my run that you just let in. That was my run. How dare you let my run in?
Yeah.
This isn't a good thing. I think the Blue Jays right now are what the Yankees were game 1 and game 2, aggressively swinging, not taking pitches.
I think we just saw that with Luke's
30 pitches in 3 innings. They're just a little, and that may be just that excitement of being in the away atmosphere. Take a few pitches, make him work, make him throw, because now he's just finding his groove. Yeah, Schlittler's finding his groove, and that's not good. You don't want that.
And at this point, it's mess with his timing, take some pitches to your point.
Yeah.
Whatever you can do in the batter's box. So, party people, I don't know if anybody, I said this at the beginning of the show, but we are only here until 8:00 this evening. If there's a bunch of people in the chit chat, I will hang out myself and goof around after my 2 best friends here wander off to Little League games, this thing, that thing, all sorts of fun.
Little League
there's
anymore.
A lot going on.
Too big for Little League.
So, but on that note, hit up on the comment sections. I have a record amount of our people in our TikTok feed right now at 80. I have 52 of you on the regular fun parts of our feed, as unfortunately Vladdy is out at first to end the inning. But hit us up with those comments here in the last 10 minutes. And like I said, I'll hang out and keep going. But gentlemen, are there any topics you too would like to chit chat on as we wrap up the show?
For me, it's stay disciplined, fans. Even and because if they come back to Toronto, they don't want long bottom lip fans. They're gonna want excitement. And I'm not being
hungry.
Yeah, and there's still a lot of baseball left there. Remember, by this point yesterday, the Jays were up 6-1. That's the craziest thing about this sport. 24 hours ago, at the exact same inning, it was 6-1. And everybody was thinking pop champagne, who we got next. Let's look at flights to Seattle or driving the truck. It's baseball. It's a kid's game. Anything injuries can happen. Bad umpire calls can happen. Big home runs can happen. Bad calls can happen. Anything is possible. So we just got to stay positive. All right. It can't be, we're another Toronto team. No, this is different. Stay positive.
And if anybody jinxes another lead, I swear to God, Rashmadani was killing me yesterday.
Yeah, he had no purpose of doing that at all. No.
Killing me.
Especially being a professional journalist. The journalist should never become the story, and I think he became the story yesterday.
Yep. So just wild, crazy. So, hi Brooke, didn't see you were in the so it's just crazy to your point. And that it's to me, it's like the talking about the no-hitter thing. You just never talk about the no-hitter, especially in places like Yankee Stadium, Fenway Park, to some certain extent, our ballpark.
My wife gives me hell about this all the time. And I'm a very big believer. I've seen it happen so many times. And my mother, she love you, Mom, but she is the queen of it. One of my favorite ones, and I talked about this last night, was the gold medal game for Hockey Canada a number of years ago. Canada, we scored, and it was, I don't think there was about 7 or 8 minutes left in the game. And my mom out loud said, this game's over, literally as the puck was going in to tie the game. And we're all like, just keep it in there. Just keep it in your face. Just don't let it out of your face.
When Trey Savage was pitching, I kept on saying, just like at the end of every inning, just pointing to the line, just like acknowledge that it's happening.
Yeah.
But don't say it.
Don't say it.
Yeah. There's a few things we don't say in this house. He's thrown a no-hitter is one of them.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. I will
don't
say
anger the baseball gods. That's number one
Hardy's
rules.
Back out there. Oh,
there you go.
Tries the bunt.
So that's rule number 1, and rule number 2 is quickly followed right after this. You don't tempt the baseball gods, and you don't fuck with a winning streak.
Yeah, and don't mention Fight Club. There is no Fight Club.
There you go. Now we got the trifecta. So, but no, that's encouraging. I like that Flu Hardy's coming out this, especially to face Ryan McMahon of all.
My only thing before I go, and I hate to cut short on a day, where there's ball going on and everything. But my only thing is, Blue Jays fans, people that are listening, if you listen to this as a pod later on, or whenever you guys are listening to this, if and when the Jays win with respect. All I've been watching is these New York fans that just have no class, no anything, even famous people. And I've got one thing to say about the Barstool guys, and I'm only going to say this once because I don't want to talk about them anymore. You're an embarrassment. You're an embarrassment to yourselves, and you're an embarrassment to the fact that anyone even calls you media of any kind. You're junk, you're goofs, and you know nothing about sports. So keep it in your mouth. Because it's brutal. You guys are unreal. I can't anymore. I've had to cut it all off. I can't even. It's just so bad.
That might have been the most heated anybody's ever gotten on this show, Jason. I think I gotta get you like a little trophy and say, like, rant goes to. Anyways, I take that back. There was a certain previous postseason episode that got quite heated on this show in Minnesota a few years ago.
You want to go back?
I don't want to say it because I'm not jinxing it. But it was a certain Minnesota event with a certain former Minnesota Twin on the mound that is unfortunately on the injured list right now. So I do have one last game that we got to play, guys. There is this wonderful Picks to Click that we are currently still going on, and we are going to play, in my personal opinion, more future baseball. So at this point, the players we picked for Picks to Click last week are as follows, and the idea is this, Darryl, if you recall, is who had the best week out of what we picked in Blue Jays baseball last year.
That's of course very easy here.
Yeah. So the problem is it's based on who we picked, and we had Vladdy, Varsho, Ernie, and Mr. Alejandro Kirk.
Well, they're
and
all.
I do
all
think that you're an
possible.
easy win. Unfortunately, as we watch Ryan McMahon tie this damn game up. So I think it's an easy circle for Mr. Jason Lyons getting Vladdy in the win last week. So as usual, though, our guests get to go first, and we'll pick somebody here for Liz because we know she's not ditching. She's very busy. And I know wherever she is, she's watching this game. Darryl, who do you think is going to have the best week in Blue Jays baseball before our next recording on Wednesday?
Can I think it's going to be Varsho.
There it is.
Yeah, I think
I'm still waiting for him to have that moment outside the thing that we were talking about that didn't become his moment the other day.
It's okay. He's still hitting well, and he's creating a lot of chaos. He's hitting the ball really hard. He's my guy right now.
There you go. Mr. Lyons, the victor from last week, still way too many points behind Liz because that's just kind of what she did.
Yeah, but you know what I felt really good about is if you go back to the end of that one when we were making our predictions for the playoffs, my Vladdy pick is starting to make me feel really good about Vladdy. So I am going to keep the fun rolling here, and I am going to once again go off map, and I am going to go with. You know what? I'm going to go with Ernie Clement.
Good. That's a good one.
That was my pick last week. I was like, you know what? I think he's going to do it, and he did. He did too. But there was these wonderful, crazy other things going on, which I'm not going to argue about because it was wonderful. So, all right. I'm still waiting for Kirky to have that next moment. I'm going to go with Kirk again.
Good call.
And then
the last time I was on, I went with Kirk, and he didn't disappoint. He got on fire right after that.
Yeah, I think you might have actually gotten a win when you were on the last time.
I think so.
Yeah, Kirk does have a win on here. It's circled.
Yeah,
there you go.
He went right on fire.
Yeah. What's the
play
old
his music
saying? For those playing at home?
play his at music.
Who, Kirk's?
It's a good one. Oh yeah.
Is
when
it?
you get out of the shower, that's the song you want to hear.
Yeah. I'm gonna give Liz the wonderful babe that is Addison Barger.
She's my favorite right now.
So on that note, that's it. Is there anything else you find gentlemen would like to do before our normal sign off? Like I said,
for me, it's to thank everybody. This has been a wonderful experience again, especially in October. Nothing like the leaves changing colors and talking baseball.
Yep.
You got it, my friend. So, seeing there is not a laundry list of comments, I greatly appreciate all of you that did chime in throughout the show, whether it was on TikTok, Instagram, all of our wonderful places we are, because we are basically everywhere at this point. So we greatly appreciate all of you. We are going to make sure, I'm just going to be this guy that we put for the last moment here, the QR code again for the Discord chat. If you want to join us and talk to us, our friends, we literally have writers, other podcasts, other influencers, and literally a rock star, if you didn't see that episode, on our Discord chat. So you can be those persons and chit chat with us while the game is going on. That is and where
go buy Darryl's stuff.
My wonderful chat.
Go buy Darryl's stuff now.
Yes.
Go to the website. Go to the website.
J.Birdy.ca.
Buy it all.
Letter J. Birdy.ca.
Awesome. Thank you very much, everybody. Greatly appreciate it.
Thank
and
you,
as always,
Greg.
Okay.
Let's go.
See you guys. Go Jays.
You got it.
Thank you for listening to the J-Bird Watching Podcast. Please follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch at BirdwatchingGC and our YouTube channel. If you want to support the show and get extra content, please consider joining to our Patreon at patreon.com/birdwatchinggc. Go Jays, go.
Woo!